What's up, everybody? How we doing? Hopefully everybody's having a good weekend. Wanted to have a snacker doodle here with you. Look at some charts. What's been going on, everybody? Doing good, Arthur. Yeah, it was a pretty day here too. Very pretty day here. Hopefully everybody had a good week last week. So, Danny, yeah, maybe stoic. Danny, I'm on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday by myself. And then I'm with Josh Wednesday and Friday. So typically all 5 days are covered with live trading. JD, what's up? Yeah, hop in, Danny. What's up, Daniel Peters? How are you, brother? Everybody hit that like button for me. Got a little bit of time here. Wanted to hop on and go over some charts. I know, Meg, I'm starving. I ate good today, but I'm starving. John T, what's up? So, Friday was nice. I'll take a sandwich too, Mig. Give me one of them ham sandwiches. Man, my mom used to make ham sandwiches when I was growing up. And I would take, I put mayonnaise on it. And then I get barbecue corn chips. Does anybody ever remember Moore's barbecue corn chips, man? I would put them all on my sandwich and smash it down. I loved it. Oh my God, I loved it. Danny, that's good. That's really good. So, Friday gave you this play-by-play Friday. Actually predicted it the day before. We got this, actually it was 2 days before, I'm sorry. So we got this big run up on the MACD that cross and fire through. You can see the steepness of it. Then we cooled off Thursday. Friday, we got another cross up. Now, so far, this does not. We'll see how we open in the morning. So far, this move is not like this one back here. You can see the steepness of that, and which that was news driven also. And I'm not quite sure how this is going to play out. This one could meet together the lines like this, and then you get a hop off and back up. That could happen. We shall see. Right now it's not too strong looking. So we take what we get. Regardless, Friday played out like a champ on Friday. If anybody caught that call, it played like a champ. When I go back to it and look, this is why I'm constantly switching my time frames. Constantly. Because it's hard to see this on a 5 minute or have much confidence on a 5 minute, With a nice, you basically 3-tap this bottom right here. Really, this looks like on a 5 minute, an inverted bullish head and shoulders. You guys see that? So that played really good. That played really nice. So this, let's go ahead and let's go back to Friday for a second. And there was a lot of people wanting to go short Friday, but I'll go back to this like I do every time. When we set our morning up, we find pre-market highs. We find our pre-market lows, right? Right here. And look at the range it gives us. Just from those two pieces of structure. Now, the second set of structure is our first 3 5-minute candles. Okay? Josh does the body. Sometimes I use the wicks. I'm going to make this yellow. Okay. Now let's get our third candle. 1, 2, 3. Here's the top of the third candle. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you're using just the bodies, you will often get earlier entries, but sometimes you'll also get faked out. If you add the wick, like down to here and up to here, it makes your trade more conservative. Now, you would not have entered this, and you would not have entered this to the downside. Whereas if this was in the bodies, which doesn't bother me because I can play this candle right here. Actually, I can play it really nice. 522.50 to almost 2 points on one candle. I'll take that every day of the week. And then you get a back test of this line and then down again. So, how you set your day up is probably going to determine it's the type of trader you are. There is no right or wrong other than the first 3 5-minute candles. The range of the high and the low dictates your morning market. That is morning market structure, okay? Now, Now, if we wait, let me turn off the 9 EMA here. Now, all I have got upgraded my membership this morning. Need that live trading insight. Oh, Les Canner, you upgraded your membership this morning. I wish you'd have used my link. Unless you did. Maybe you did. I don't know. It's cool, though. It's cool. If anybody wants to upgrade, man, it really helps me if you use my link. It's in the description of the video. It's always there, every video I do. Some people, there's been a lot of people support me that way, and that's how I'm able to do this 5 days a week with you guys. But I'm glad, Les Canner. I am glad. Yeah, boy. What's up? Hey, thank you, A. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hello, Jelly. What's up? What's up? Thank you. Okay. So here's the chart. What's up, Bernardo? When you upgrade with your link, does it automatically upgrade your subscription? Mig, yes, it automatically. Hello, Hong. Gene, thank you. Thank you so much. Do we trade morning market and pre-market structure separately? So yeah, it automatically upgrades your subscription, but you also go cancel the other one. Go into WAP where your subscription is, just go cancel the other one, and then you can use mine. That helps me out big time. I appreciate that. So, Red Pill, this is a great question. Thank you for asking that. Okay. Here's my chart. The only thing I have on it is VWAP right now, okay? That is it. And I'm not looking at anything on the sub chart. You know, here's the MACD, here's the RSI. I'm not looking at nothing now but candles, okay? And if you want to be very conservative and only take breakout plays, you can do so once we break our structure high. So anytime we've got pre-market marked up here. If you wait, my son's in here. The Masters is on. We've been watching the Masters. He's in here screaming, so sorry guys. Anyways, once we've got our morning market dictated, these two yellow lines, the two purple lines are pre-market. If you don't want to take any trades until you break highs, it is way safer. Way safer. Now, you can trade these structures independently. Yes, you can trade them separately, and that does come, sometimes you'll have like pre-market really wide, like way up here. Other times it's really narrow without much price range. So when I set my pre-market up there, I notice, from 522, from the top of morning market, 525.60 basically, 525.65. If we go up to the top of that wick, back here on this green one, we get 526.25. Okay. Between 520, and I believe we traded this the other day. We did trade it because I sold into pre-market, which ended up being a good place to get out. Now, once this structure is broke, we had price range 525.80 to 528. $3.80 basically. 3 points, $3 on option contracts. That's a great move. So yes, I can trade over top of that, and the only other candle, this candle here would have worked also, because this red candle wicked and still closed on top of VWAP. So I probably could have caught this green candle also for another quick move. But if you notice, no trend happens. Nothing continues. Pre-market high is still up here. We have not broke it. We've not made a new high yet right here. Neither one of these candles gave us a new high. So there was no continuation. So we had a range day for quite some time. Now, if you only traded the break over these yellow lines or over your purple lines, look what this gives you. Here's another spot. This one was a fake out. This one could have faked you out, definitely. Here's a winner. Here's another winner. And then right here, you could tell we were struggling here. These 4 candles right there. Look at that. All 4 of these candles basically closing at morning market. I can't never get this drawing tool off. I don't know why it does that. So, even if we adjust this up, I still like the body most of the time. Right here, you really never got a candle to close over until this red one closed, and then you got to take off. Now, you could have played this candle here. Once it closed, it was giving you some momentum, and you could have sold it into pre-market and kept runners. Now, once support is broke, once resistance is broke, it becomes support, right? Everybody with that? This is pre-market high. This is structure. We've not broke it all day up to right here. We broke it. We got over top of it for a great run. What did it do? Came back and gave us a retest. It came back and never closed under it, did it? Gave us a retest of pre-market. This was a good place for risk to the upside. A retest is really good. So once resistance is broke, it becomes support, and it became support. If this would have failed to hold, then we just get a false breakout. We got a little run right up through here. It's nice. I'll take that run any day. But this gave way to the bigger move. Once we broke structure, it gave way to the bigger move. Now, when you add, how does it do that? When you add, everybody understand that? What's up, T? Mike Mullins, looks like the 50 is trying to cross down over the 200 on the daily. Hang on, I look. I don't run a whole lot of moving averages. So Red Pill Media, I hope that helps you. Yes, you can trade morning market and pre-market separately. You can. When you buy options, how far out in time and strikes should we be buying? Okay, Jose, did Rory win? Sweet. That was the only major he didn't have. That's awesome. I've been sitting here waiting. Very nice, very nice. I've been watching Rory a while. That's cool. I think that was the only major he didn't have. So it's okay, Les. No problem. No problem. Jose, so if you might be new to what I do, I just day trade options on the SPY 90% of the time, and I buy same day options on the SPY. And if you're newer to it, I would suggest going out one extra day in expiration, because it will slow some of the volatility down. It's not bad when these markets are moving crazy like this. It's not a bad idea to go out one day if you want to. I did it a couple times this week and ended up playing pretty nice. They're a little more expensive for sure, but seems like you don't get shook out as easy too, I'll say. Okay. Now, so Jose, I always buy the same day. You can go out one day if you want to. That's just when I'm day trading them. I'm not holding them at all. Barely holding. Sometimes a minute or less. Sometimes 5 or 10 minutes. So I don't really care too much about the Greeks. And I don't go way far out of the money. You're asking for trouble when you do that. We'll go look at the options here in just a second. So, is that when you would look at the 20 EMA if it broke resistance? And wait for the second or third candle above it. Wait for a retest and get. That's a good question, Daniel. You know, I'm not a big EMA guy. I'm more so use volume profile and structure. But the tail of the day the other day, I gave this way ahead of time too. Right here in the middle of the day, on the 1 hour time frame, we got a cross up on the MACD. Now this was at, let's see here, 12 o'clock Eastern. When we go back and look at a 5 minute on that, let's go to 12 o'clock right here. What had we just done? Can you guys see that? What had we just done? We had just broke morning market structure. Now, this was also giving us even good indicators on the small time frames. Look at this 5 minute MACD. Got a cross up back here and straight up fired through the zero line of the histogram. So this was even nice on a 5 minute. Plenty of time to get in. And I will, Daniel, I'm gonna add the 20 for you. Some people like the 20. I don't use it much myself, but I know a lot of traders like it. So the green line is now the 20, Daniel. And you would have been right. This back tested the 20. So as it came, there's 2 points of confirmation if you use this. As we got the break down here, here was your first entry. This candle was your second entry to add, because why? Because we're breaking structure. And really this is get out up here. Once I start losing momentum like this, if I'm in from here 530, even if I just get this cross candle, this one wick down, this one starts going above, I'm in right here. When I'm in at even a bad entry of say 530.44, I get 532.60. That's 2 whole points. Why am I not taking profits? I'm going to take profits. Okay. Then when it comes back, what do? We retested the top of pre-market structure. Now, mind you, you had 2 touches on that one basically, so that was a pretty good support line. Or was resistance, became support. All these candles close on top. And you retested the 20 EMA. So, yeah, the 20 would work there, Daniel. The 20 gives retests quite often, I think. I use the 9 EMA more for trading it, but you can run them both, you know. You could run the 20 and the 9. It switched. And I'll change my red one to the 20. Okay. So, you know, the 20 could be your get out or get in when you retest it, Daniel, if you're using it this way. If it breaks the 20, you gotta let it go. For me, when I break the 9 is when I let it go. So it gets me out earlier, gets me back in a little earlier, I suppose. But the 20 gives a little more room to retest sometimes. So it'd be up to you. Thanks, Red Pill. I took your Friday afternoon trade. Just wasn't sure what to buy. Okay, Jose. That's okay. Yeah, it was a bullish crossover. So let's do the MACD for a second. Here's a 1 hour. Can I use... Yeah, Garrett, options pretty pricey right now. So all the implied volatility. So this is 9 o'clock right there. Okay. So we're looking at the MACD. The area I have shaded is Friday. Okay. We got that big cross up back here. Huge move. I told everybody I had to cool off, and what did we get? We got the exact thing that I drew the other day on my live. This blue line crossed down. I said I would like for it to stay above the histogram and then give us another cross up. Now, if you notice, so far, this isn't taken off. It could still come together right here and then bounce. But so far, it's not super bullish looking. Like you can see the difference back here. This was just like it's a little extra icing on the cake off of this move. It bled off. Now it got one more little pop. If this blue line crosses under right here, say tomorrow morning, if we get a cross down, this is going to be a really good move to the downside, because you see the distance. Here's the middle point of the MACD with my yellow line here, okay? We'll put a yellow line there. We'll make it real thick there. There we go. Okay, that yellow line is supposed to be the middle. Just bear with me. I'm not great at drawing. Do you see the distance between this crossover to get all the way up here and the difference in this crossover to get up here? You see how the 2 points of crossover are way different from what it needed to be to get to this 0 line. So likewise, this crossover to the downside didn't really produce a huge move down because it never got to the 0 line. But now if we come over here and get another cross down, like right in here, and this thing fires through the downside, probably going to be a pretty good move down. That's what I'll be watching for. When we go back and watch the price action with it. Where did my MACD go? Huh. Why did it disappear on me? Okay, there we go. So when we got that cross up Friday, I did anticipate it some. And on TradingView, I do like TradingView in some ways better than Weeble's charts because I can get zoomed in on this stuff. I can really, get close and dialed in with it. I anticipated this move. Now, not just off a gut feeling, but I did see the blue line start angling up right in here. So the first thing I went and did, guess what? I went to a 15 minute and I said, did the 15 cross up? Looky there, it did. Now I said, did the 30 cross up and follow? Yep, it did. Guess what? Here comes the 1 hour. And we got that move from, what time did I post? Was it 12 o'clock that I posted that? Let me see what I did. $12.33 right here, right there. That's 12:30. Here's 12:35. This was multiple confirmations telling you 15 minute, then 30 minute, then 1 hour, and then we were also doing what? We had broke morning structure. Now we were breaking pre-market structure and going up. This was an easy trade. So those types of moves, when the confluence are working together, when 2 or 3 things are working together, it makes the trade that much more powerful and that much more dependable. I went a little heavier because I could see the 15 minute produced it, the 30 minute produced it, the 1 hour followed suit and produced it. From 12:30, I think I got half of this candle, 528.50 to 533, almost 5 points, and a retest for another run up. So all in all, that was about a 7-point move on the 1 hour cross. Now, it's not as explosive as the last one we got on the 1 hour, but nevertheless, it produced a move. Now, when this thing falls down, I'll play it to the downside after it crosses under the 0 line. When it gets through this histogram, it goes down under the 0 line, that is when I will go nice and short on it. Okay? Let me get some what can I use? 1550, 200. Outlaw. It's better to buy 3 separate contracts. And Outlaw, you can use any EMAs you'd like. I'm just used to the 9. I've got used to watching the 9 as a trend. When I get on a trend on a 5-minute chart, you'll see that the price action will generally stay to the 9. So anytime, right here, once this got over the 9, no candle closed under it until all the way up here. I just use it as a trending guide, and then if I got a great entry and I want to ride my runners, I'll keep them till it breaks the 9. But when it breaks the 9, you got to let her go. Now, then you got a re-entry on the back test of support. So it's good to have these lines on your chart. It's good to. It will help keep you in trades, and bigger time frame moves on the MACD will help keep you in trades. I got 30 minutes and 1 hour telling me something. I can hold through a little volatility easier. Is it better to buy 3 separate contracts and try 3 entries? Marcelo. I will often buy my contracts independently. I'll buy the same contract, but I will make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 purchases. Sometimes I'll do it by purchasing 2 at a time, up to like 6, 8, or 10 contracts at once. It's really up to you, but if your trade is confirming for you as it's moving up, then you can add to it. The only time I don't average down much on options, not much at all. Occasionally, but very rarely. Most of the time I just want to add as we're going up. Okay? Like right here, if I wasn't in a play at all and I caught this price action coming back down, I would maybe buy about halfway down on this red candle, thinking that, hey, we're coming back to test my pre-market highs. I might get a bounce. Once I got the bounce, I would buy another one. I would be down, of course, to start with, but if you're confident on your lines, then you can average down a little bit, I'll say. Typically, I just want to add as it's going up. So this big candle here, I probably would have added on this a couple times. It overtook all the previous candles and the previous high. Okay. Is there a way to turn off order confirmation on Webull Turbo options? Selfish, yeah. Yep, that's the first thing I do. So let's go over to that. Here's your turbo options. Order confirmation is here. It's standard checked. You just got to uncheck it, hit OK, and now you got no order confirmation. I hate that thing because it makes you go through too much crap to make your buy. So just turn that off, selfish. I don't don't know how to say your name, Nagarjan V. This is a training. We're reviewing charts. The market's not open. It'll open tomorrow morning. So, what's up, Julie? How are you? Yeah. No problem. Glad you're here, Nagarjan V. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming. So anybody that's new, if you go to the Discord, this is something else I want to show everybody because there's always a lot of new people. So let's go to the Discord for a second. This is the Discord. And if you go to any channel that you're part of, if you're in the VIP, you have access to everything. Let's say you want to follow Josh's scalp setups each morning. You need to go to that, right click, or on a mobile you hold it in, go to notification settings, check all messages. I don't want notified on the options chat unless somebody tags me. But when I want to hear plays getting called out, I want to go to wherever it is and put on all messages. Like when you go, here's my channel on Spylord, right click, notifications, all messages. You need to do that on each channel that you want notifications on. That way you're up to date. Okay? Also, under the Crown Traders, like myself, if you go to up at the top, it'll say pinned messages. Here is my link to upgrade. If anybody wants to upgrade, it's always right there. There's also a couple of one video that I keep on here, the buy and sell option video on Webull Mobile. I think that's mobile. Yeah, buy order and stop loss order. So that one's always there. Plus, if you've not already, please subscribe to my YouTube and hit your notifications there. Anytime I go live publicly, you'll see it. But I also always post on my channel. So you'll see, if I'm getting a play, I told everybody the other day, I actually called that earlier. It was at 11:50. Watching for the 15, then the 30, then the 1 hour MACD. If they all follow suit, I'll be in calls. And I took Monday calls on that. Right there's when I called it. Play by play right there. Okay? And you can see, as we were coming into it, right there was my line. So anytime I post something, that's where it'll be. Be sure to go turn your notifications on, all right? Okay, let's go back over here. Any other quick questions? I got a few minutes. Tube Giggle, you use Yahoo Finance for what? What's up, L Forest? Am I the only one that's using selfish? Uncheck it. There's negative news about us in Red Sea. Is there a way? What's up, Autumn? No, Autumn, I've not hit levels yet. We're just reviewing Friday. Is there a way to see the trade amount without enabling trade confirmation? Okay, L Forest, when you buy it, you can either I add the positions tab up here for mine, okay? And then you can see your positions right here if you do. So I'll remove it once and show you. Any of these blocks, this is just one big window, guys. The watch list, that's one window. Turbo Traders, one window. The quotes, one window. Each window has 3 lines at the top right corner. These are settings for that window. Now, if you want to add something, you can add. Click that. Go to add a widget. Then we're going to go down and click all widgets. Now when I do that, you get some drop down tabs here. Under the one that says trade, I'm going to go down here. You can do orders, you can do positions. I do positions. I just hit the plus sign. Okay, and then it gives me a new window. So what do? You grab it at the top with your mouse, left click and grab, drag it over here, and it'll start lighting up blue. Drop it, and now it's a drop down tab for you. Okay. Once you hit that positions, if you got a contract, it'll display right here, and you can scroll to the right, and it's got the details. But also under Turbo Trader, it appears right here, and you can right click this and view it as the last price of the contract and your average price, if you want to view it that way. I view it as the amount I'm up or down and the percentage. That's how I view it. So but you can do it how you want to. Dishon, thank you, man. You're very welcome. Very, very welcome. Okay. All right. Could also see volume in the area increase. That's right, Daniel. Tube Giggle, do you add your options into the level or different levels? Example, 2 at 250.50, then 2 more at 250.50. Add your options into the level or different level. I'm not sure I understand Tube Giggle. So I would have been buying on the break of that level once it started breaking on that candle. If you wait for another candle to open and close, really you end up just kind of back testing. Got my line off. Right there's my line. You just kind of back test this, and that's a great entry here. But I like to catch momentum as we cross levels. That's what I like to do. I especially get excited when this candle starts breaking the high of this candle before it. I start getting more excited. Okay. Thank you, Miss Odie. Susie Q, good evening. Thank you. The Preacher, let's go, new to the channel. Welcome. Preacher LLC, welcome. Do you trade with a stop loss on your scalper? I'm the stop myself, Red Pill. I don't trade with the stop. And I advise people to trade how they feel that's best for them, though. If you want to add a stop on Turbo, you simply right-click Turbo Options, click the settings, and right here under the buy button, you can add a stop loss. You can dictate the percentage, 25%. And then anytime you'll see now it'll say buy market SL 25%. Instantaneously, when it makes that buy, it sets a 25% stop loss instantly. So if you want one, it's right there. The only thing is, you have to start going and running it up with it as it goes up, or you have to cancel it by hitting the X right here and then sell. But you cannot just sell while you have a working order as a stop loss. Okay? But to me, when I'm scalping these, I'm the stop. And when I hit my number, then I'm out. If it doesn't go for me, doesn't go my way, if I hit my number, I'm out. You just got to know that. What's your number? $20 per contract, 20%, 25%, whatever you're, decide that before you take the trade. Joseph, thank you. K Cav, how do you turn on notifications? I just did that a minute ago. I'll do it one more time. Go to Discord. Anything you want to see notifications on, like goat alerts or scalp setups, right click, notification settings, click on all messages. Same for me. Go to my channel, Spy Lord, right click, click on all messages. Okay? Now, what's up, Burris? Garrett, Josh teaches candles a lot. All right, Burris, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Teach us about candles and volume, how to read candles. I'm just learning now after a year of trading. Garrett, that's great that you're hanging with it and learning. Josh is very smart with candles, way better than I am. I'm not a volume guy. I know it speaks a lot. I don't get a lot out of volume bars. It's just not what I do. I'm more on structure, and I use momentum indicators to help me. Every trader's different. Every trader has strengths and weaknesses, and you have to play to your strength, and that's what I do. But hopefully I can still teach you some things. I know some about candles, but it's not. Do you have a cash Webull account or over 25K? How to set up cash account in Webull if it's less than 25K? Balkrishna Kadk, you just simply make it a cash account. You don't have to have 25K. You can have whatever. You can have $500. It don't matter what you have. You can put whatever you want into the cash account. That cash account can trade the total of its value each day. Then it's going to settle overnight. Then you can trade all of it again the next day. It doesn't matter how many trades. If you got 10 grand and you trade that 10 grand over 20 trades in one day, well, tomorrow you can do it again. You're just limited by the amount of cash you have in that account. That's it. You're not under PDT rule. L4's thank you when trading Tesla. What point do you switch from 5? Deshaun, I'm constantly switching over to 15:30 in 1 hour. I constantly go back and forth to it, but I take my entries on 5-minute candles, if that helps. Jose Guevara, good evening. Sharif Khan, thank you. Thank you so much. When trading Tesla, do you buy the options at market? RIT 2022, I do. I do Tesla at market also. And I'll tell you why. There's not a huge spread. If you see 585 to 595, 670 to 685, there's a little spread on here. Tesla's moving so crazy, I don't know. You're either going to take a chance on not getting filled with a limit order. But a limit order, some people like limit orders. Thank you, KCAV. Thank you. We'll get a quick lesson of signs of reversals and volume. Well, reversals sort of happen generally at a point of usually at a point of support or resistance. Is usually when you get a reversal to come in. Okay? Now, when I'm going throughout the day, I'm constantly marking where a move ended at while I'm trading it. And more often than not, those levels come back into play at some point. When you go back to Friday, we open up, let's see here, where do we close? Right down here. So after we get this rundown right here, we reverse, right? We do not make a new high. When we don't make a new high, we come back down again. Look exactly where we tested. Same area. Very same area. So, to me, these are reversals throughout the day. They happen all day long. When I add these lines in, you're going to see like this one right here. This goes up. Can't make a new high. Reverses. We get a back test of the same support that we had just the time before. Then we take off running. Guess what? When we take off running, now we've got to overcome the last high. When the last high is overcame, we get another leg up. See? Then we get over pre-market, back test. Now, if I'm being honest, this line should be right here on top of this little run. We back test the top of pre-market. Guess what? When this candle starts breaking the previous high, it's go long. And we consolidated the rest of the day. But I mark little reversals all throughout the day as I'm trading. And hopefully that makes sense. Bigger reversals often get signaled with the MACD. And I love the MACD. I love it. On a large time frame. When we go to a 1 hour, you can see very easily when the market gets oversold down here. See this red shaded area on the RSI? When we get oversold, then we also get a cross up of the MACD when exiting the oversold conditions on a 1 hour. Then it leads to a 1 hour cross up. Look at this move. We get a 2-day move from 493.50. The high of the next day is 520. I mean, that's a huge move. So these are on the RSI will start giving you a hint as to what is coming. The RSI is divided in three. Over 70 is overbought. Under 30 is oversold. The middle point is 50. When RSI starts pushing above 50, then 55, things start moving fast. Momentum starts coming in. But you can see every time we get in these really oversold situations, we're gonna get a relief. We're gonna get a pop. So I love to play that. You can see anytime it gets down here around 30, you better start paying attention. That's starting to signal reversals for you when you start entering overbought and oversold territories. Okay. Market is open. Maybe the nighttime session's open. Yeah. Let's see what SPY gapped up. So let's get our level right fast, and then I gotta go. Okay. I see you. Right here, guys. Right here. $535.40. Over $535.40. We got a nice little gap here up to 541. Then I would say 541 up to 544 is going to be chop. That's my opinion. I really think 535.40. Then get us down to a 15. Okay. Look at this, guys. See that level that we marked? Look, I'm gonna show you 3 points right off the bat. Here, and here. That's a level. 529.60 support. Okay. Write these down. 529.60 support. $526.50. We don't want to lose 520.50, 520.60. Don't want to lose that. Right here. That's the low from Friday. We don't want to lose that. If we lose that, we get back down here to 508 real easy. In my opinion. It'll stair step down. Okay. So that's what I got right now. We'll see what happens overnight and pre-market before I make any big determinations. So that's my levels. Hopefully that helps everybody a little bit. I love you guys. I really appreciate you. When Josh says he's going to keep one runner, does that mean he doesn't have a stop loss on that one and he's just going to money? He probably sets a stop loss at break even. Hit that like button for my guy. Red line, man. I don't. There's been a few times where I go in and buy shares of TQQQ or SQQQ. There's been a few times. Okay. Now, Campos had a good weekend, brother. Yep. Played 2 shows yesterday. I am wore out, to say the least. Jose, it won't be. So overnight is moving up. Right now, it's making new highs. Looks pretty good. So if I was going to go in here, I would buy like shares, because you can't buy options, obviously, of TQQQ, because that's the bullish 2x leverage on the Qs. That's what I would do. Man, that shot right up like a rocket. So we'll see what this 1 hour does, man. If this, see how I told you just a minute ago that MACD, it wanted to come down, or they were going to meet and pop. It just popped. I mean, I'd love to be in. I'd love to be in some options right now. Getting a doji on it 1 hour kind of right now, but there you go. Not looking bad. Thanks, Mig. You can see the SPY moving on a Sunday. Yeah, this is the overnight session flying fish. Yep. You're seeing other markets open and reflecting this. If you turn off nighttime mode, you won't see it. And you turn night mode on, you see it. So, yeah, pretty cool. If not, you have to go to what is this? Futures, and do like ES, which is the futures for the S&P 500. Here's your 1 hour. That double bottom back here. Yep. And MACD's firing up. We'll see what happens. This is live. This is live. 1 hour. It's looking a little bullish. We'll see. We'll see how it prints, though. A lot of things can happen between now and opening bell. So, we'll see what happens. James, you bought 3 options Friday that you held over the weekend. I hope they were calls, brother. Yep, this is ES1. That's the futures for the S&P 500. That's representative of the SPY flying fish. TradingView doesn't have nighttime mode for some reason, like Webull. So, all right, my friends. I love you all. I really love you guys and appreciate you very much. If you want to support me, I greatly appreciate it. You hit the description in this video. The top thing on the description is my link for the Discord. If you want to upgrade using my link, that greatly benefits me. That's how I'm able to do this live trading with you guys 5 days a week. So, you can consider doing that. Tip jars are in there. I have a link for Webull in there and Blowfin for crypto. And TradingView link is in there. So if you need some tools, if you want a better platform for options, go get Webull and follow along with me. I'll show you how to set up turbo options just like I do. And this is what I trade on with y'all. Thanks, Daniel. Yuri, thanks. Ronald, thanks. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. How many people did we? 87 people. All right. Thank you all. That means a lot to me. It really does. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube if you've not done so yet. Check that notification bell. I'm trying to make my YouTube videos Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I do lives with you guys all the time. But so thank you all so much. Thanks, Lorraine, John. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jose. Appreciate it, y'all. All right, much love. Peace. Love you guys.